I remember I first met Jim, and he was with Amy, Jim and Amy, back when I first started at St. Monica's. I was new to St. Monica's, and every year that they would host this fabulous Christmas party, and I felt nervous going because I didn't know anybody, but I was surprised to get an invitation so soon. And so I went and just had the intention of just dropping by. And when I came there, Jim and Amy were just so wonderful. Made me feel totally welcome. And then I would see them often coming to Mass. And so our friendship began at St. Monica's.
Amy was a customer of mine, and over 30 years or so, I worked with her on numerous transactions, either buying, selling, or exchanging real estate. And Jim and she had been recently married, and I just really took to Jim. He's an extra wonderful person, and I really enjoy his company, and I grew to realize that he was a special person.
In the years that I have known them, we've had great times together traveling in different parts of the world, but we've also had time to talk about those things that matter most to them. Educating the minds and hearts of young people.
Well, they're both into philanthropic endeavors for educational purposes. As you know, Amy was a SE grad, and she was a graduate of the education department there, as was her mother, Dr. Joyce King Stoops, who was also a SE faculty member. From Amy's standpoint, it was important to her to establish a legacy of some nature that would be related to education, and to that end, she's given numerous millions of dollars. And Jim has worked with her all the way through, along with this in concert.
Every single time that I see him, he's always asking how the students are doing, if they need anything. Not a lot of people ask me with an active interest that Jim has. There's a sincerity with which he looks at you when he's asking how they're doing. You know, he wears our Catholic Trojan scarf so proudly. And right there it says, the university that serves Christ. Now, in many ways, people wouldn't wear that because afraid of what it might be, etc., but not Jim. I think Jim's very proud of the fact that that the students here at our university want to serve Christ. And the fact that it coincides with SC, I think is just an added bonus.
I just feel like Jim is one of those extraordinary, giving people that you don't run into all that often. He just impresses me with his empathy and his forthrightness.
He helps to raise our spirits. Right? He's the guy who is rallying for us to finish well. There's an infectious joy that Jim has, no matter where he's at. You know, right now he's walking with a little assistance of a cane, and he can wield that like a leader of the band to enliven joy. And so, for me, I think that's a source of inspiration, to never lose sight of joy.
I would grant him a long, productive, and happy life, and that I would wish that you and I could see much more of one another, and I wish that you would have a much better golf game.
I want him to live a long and happy life. And the second thing I would wish Jim would be continued joy. And the third that I would wish for Jim would also be a sense of peace, pockets of peace, just so that he can reflect more about the blessings that God has given him, but also how much he's been a blessing to us in our community, and to let him know that he is making a lasting impact.
Jim, I have no doubt Amy is beaming humbly down and going, this award's not necessary. But your commitment and her commitment to the care and the cultivation of Catholic education, Catholic conversation, and Catholic support of young people is true to who the two of you are. Go Pilots and go Trojans.
Congratulations, Jim and Amy, on the Trojan Saints Award. Richly deserved, and I'm proud to be a part of the ceremony. Light on.
Jim Berchtold, my friend, thank you so much for being our Trojan Saint this year. We're blessed to have you, and congratulations. Fight on.